question. I thought he was gonna strike back at you there for a second there in that last question, talking about the World Cup and everything. Yeah, he was ready to defend his honor if you were gonna come out and question whether or not it
No,
was
that's
legitimate or not. But
no, that was a real question because I didn't know there was. It's not to discredit what France did, but in that World Cup final, R9, he had some issues, and there's a whole conspiracy theory about it. So that's basically why I had to ask. I
yeah,
didn't know which one exactly it was. I didn't know if it was '02 or '98, but I think they won in '02, and won and lost obviously in '98. Brazil was, but France has been in a lot of finals: '98, '06, '18, and then
yeah.
'22. So France is like. Even though they've only got one World Cup, they kind of dominated the world scene, I would say, for a good chunk.
And I mean, you think of the limited amount of countries that have ever actually won a World Cup. That's the thing that's like you can dog on the U.S. about a lot of things. You can talk about this, that, or the other thing. But like if World Cups is what we're like basing success on, basing how powerful of an international side we are. That's not really much of a measuring stick. I mean, it is in a way, right? Like Brazil is great. They have 5 of them. You look at Argentina, they got one. I would consider them one of the best, probably top 3. Italy, France, but like even you look at England, like I would consider that a powerhouse. They haven't won one since the 60s. Like there's a very limited amount of countries that have actually won a World Cup. So it's like the fact that you have one makes all the difference in the world. So,
Yeah, I mean that's
but
the. It's almost like in college basketball, if you have 2 national championships, that's kind of like
yeah,
sets you
that's a
apart from
new
everyone.
pantheon. Yeah, exactly.
You kind of
Right. Like
enter that
everybody's
new
good for
realm,
one
I
off.
guess, that new
Hmm.
stratosphere of like greatness in sports. And the World
Yeah.
Cup is one of the most difficult things to win. I mean, you can't control your roster. Like you can't go out and buy players to go improve your roster. You can't trade for anything. That's
Yeah.
why you have to do it all structurally from your development. Yeah, you can recruit a little bit in terms of dual nationals, but that's a couple players here and there. That's not you can't just go out there and improve your whole roster. You can't from one World Cup to the next like, wow, I'm going to go out and buy this player. You can't do that. So it's a little bit
Yeah.
harder to win and of course in single elimination it's very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, extremely difficult. But anyways, great conversation with Coach there. Obviously doing a lot of work, putting all the scouting department, the front office, everything, getting that all together so that they can go in 2027. We're looking forward to the start of their time in the USL. Ryan, moving into our final topic here in hour number 1 of our show. You got your 120 moments counting down to the World Cup. We're getting down to number 100 as we're coming up, barreling on down the line closer to the World Cup. You got a few moments that you wanted to highlight today on Inside the Game.
Yeah, these are the only ones that I've done so far. I took 10 out of the last recent 20 that I did. So make sure you drop us a follow on social media every day. I'll give you a new one. I forget what today is. But for 120, it was Emi Martinez's save versus France. Because without that save in the 120th minute, France wins the World Cup for back-to-back years, or back-to-back
Yeah.
tournaments, I should say. So without that
Mm-hmm.
save, that doesn't happen. That's why he's got a tattoo on his calf of like where he made the save. It was stupid, but whatever. 119 is Tim Krul being subbed on for PKs in the 2014 World Cup with the Netherlands. So at the time, this never happened before. Like a goalkeeper was not brought onto a roster for strictly PK shootouts. That just wasn't the case. And Tim
Mm-hmm.
Krul and Louis van Gaal in the Netherlands actually subbed off Sillessen for Tim Krul. And Tim Krul mentioned that he said heading into the camp, the Netherlands camp, that he was never actually going to play. He was told that if he ever got to a shootout, he was going to have to be brought on for it. And that's all he was preparing for was PK shootout. And he delivers. I think they beat Costa Rica was the team I think they beat in the quarters. And then they lost in the semis on a PK shootout, funny enough. So that happened. And then you have 118, England's only World Cup. I mean, that's just a funny thing in itself. 1966 is the
Yeah.
last time. I just think that's funny personally. That's just a me thing. But that's just I don't know. I just find it funny that their only World Cup was in 1966.
Yeah.
117 was
Yeah.
actually in England. Michael Owen's solo goal. If you ever don't get a chance, watch this goal. It's unbelievable where he picks it up,
Mm.
beats a couple defenders against Argentina. Ultimately, England loses the game, which is pretty awesome in itself. But there's a couple moments actually from this game that are still yet to be released in the countdown. This one might hurt a lot for a lot of USA fans. I mean,
Mm.
111 missed handball on the end line for USA Germany. That was a sad one. Do I think it was a handball? Yes. And actually, funny enough, I didn't know this until I was doing the video. Greg Berhalter was the one that actually put it on net. So that
Wow.
yeah, it was actually Greg
I
Berhalter that
didn't know
actually got
that.
it.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
that
Yeah,
was
you
back when he
talk
had
about
hair.
I'm saying, well, that's a redemption story. My man was trying to that started the villain arc. Obviously, he didn't see it out to fruition. Still, coaching in Major League Soccer. But no, I definitely want to circle back and talk about that one because one of the most popular videos that we have on our social media platform is actually you go back to the Gold Cup and the no call on the potential handball against Mexico was something that we went off about, but definitely want to go back to that one because it's such an interesting conversation as to what is a handball and what isn't a handball. I think there's some people that still to this day don't really understand what's what. So, but anyways, go ahead.
Let's see. Rivaldo. This is why people hate soccer. This exact moment that they circle back to. Rivaldo, I think this was a quarterfinals I think it was a quarterfinals. They took on Turkey for the second time in the tournament, and a ball was Rivaldo was just taking a corner for Brazil, and Turkish player just throws the ball, and Rivaldo's just standing there in the corner flag, gets hit, and flops on the floor holding his face, and the ball hit him in the shin, and he held his face. Actually gets the Turkish player sent off for that because obviously there's no VAR at this time. And Rivaldo and Brazil go on to win. I think Rivaldo is actually like fined a little bit after
Mm.
this whole thing. But no, that's a reason why people hate soccer. 104 was France's 2010 epic World Cup meltdown. I mean, this was just insane. So basically, what happened in this one is star striker Nicholas Anelka. He got into a verbal disagreement in a yelling match in a locker room during a training session or a halftime of something with the French manager. Then the manager then sent Anelka home, and then the French team, the remainder of them, like the Patrice Evras of the world, the Frank Ribéry's, all those guys, would not train until Anelka was brought back onto the team. Like they just sat on the team bus, did not go out for training until Anelka was brought back. Till Anelka was brought back to the team. So this was
Mm.
this whole catastrophe. And then Anelka gets brought back, doesn't play, but the whole French team just looks like shit. They don't win anything. I think they won. I think they had like 1 point in the group stage. They lost. I forget the embarrassing loss that they had, but this whole like circled back after the World Cup. The coach resigns. The like person in charge of the federation resigns. There was like this whole letter from the whole French team that was sent out to the public that the team didn't know about, and it was just this whole meltdown. And then this is like the one dark era, I guess, of French football in the last like 20 years was this whole World Cup meltdown. And then 101 actually was yesterday. Ireland actually did something in a World Cup. They actually won a PK shootout. They got to a quarterfinal. It was actually insane. I forget the exact player who scored. I think it was O'Leary was his name, who scored
Mm.
the game-winning PK. But this was against Romania back in like the 80s, I think. I think this was the late
Mm.
80s, early 90s. And Ireland actually did something in a World Cup. So impressed that they actually won a PK shootout, actually won a knockout game, actually made it to the knockout game, period. I mean, Ireland, I've never seen have success in any international tournament. So shout out to the Irish for actually winning something. And no, it was actually, and they actually made every single PK in that moment. So shout out to
Mm.
that.
Could we see that maybe that moment in 2010 for France turning into like a curse on down the line? Is that going to be like the curse of something or other? Because I mean, they just obviously they fell short in the 22 World Cup against Argentina. Is that going to be like their curse moving forward? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see
I
if they.
wouldn't say so because they won a World Cup in 2018. I think.
Oh, it's right. They did win it in 2018. I'm an idiot. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
never
I
mind.
don't. I don't think there's a
Disregard.
curse
They
on
were
the
this
French
close to
team.
going back to back.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. They
Okay.
almost went.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate. I think you're just
Yeah. Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
reaching there, my
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
trying to
Missed on
create
that
something
one.
that I'm like. I hear a curse, and I'm like, what are you talking about? They just won a
They just
World
won
Cup
one
in
literally
18.
8 years ago. Oh man. But no, the crazy one is the handball in my opinion. And so, obviously you talked about how or the missed handball against Germany. And that's the moment that I think we all kind of go back to all the time, especially even when we were talking to Alexi Lalas that he
That's our
mentions is
JT
like,
was short moment.
yeah, it's like we've been in big situations. We were, one bad call away from punching our ticket to a quarterfinal. And it's interesting because when you look at that, that wouldn't have, even if we scored there, that wouldn't have given us the lead. It would have tied the game, right? Because we were down 1-0
Yeah.
in that moment. Okay, so it's not like it
Yeah,
would
but
have
it's
been a
late in the
guarantee
game.
that
You can
we would have
force
won the game.
extra time, get the
Yeah,
PKs.
could exactly. So it could give us an opportunity, but I don't. So the letter of the law, if your arm is in a natural position and it just so happens to strike your arm, that is not considered a handball, correct?
Yeah, that's typically how it goes. I don't remember what it looked like. I don't
Because
remember.
I've watched the video a few times, and obviously just watching these compilations, which you've been doing them day by day here, but is certainly another one of them.
So
And
I
I
would
mean, just looking
say
at,
let's get a better look. Where's it at?
I don't know if there's any way of like putting it up. That's crazy that was Berhalter that put the shot on though.
Yeah, I can bring it in. Give me a second. But no,
All
I'd
right.
have to see it close.
Yeah. But anyways, no, a lot of good moments on there. I think if I were to list off one favorite this year, it'd probably be France. To be completely honest with you, I like the what was it um you made an earlier video. Who had the Slim Shady look?
Romania.
Romania.
Oops.
That's what it was. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Yeah, I was trying to back it up on the.
there we go. Yeah, but Romania had that. That kind of reminded me of the old high school swim days once upon a time. There were either two options, right? You either went bald or you bleached your hair. Though
Well, aren't you supposed
that
to go
was it.
bald
Like it was
period
either
for like
that.
the swim or like for the aerodynamics of the pool?
No, they got skull caps. You're good. Yeah, they got skull caps for
Yeah, I
that.
never
And
bleached my
speedos.
hair. Here's what it was. I gotta see it. Say Landon Donovan's just sprint to the
Yeah,
corner flag.
yeah.
I don't know. It's
I
bang
mean,
bang because nah, that ain't natural, bro. That ain't natural.
yeah.
It's too far out with his left. It's too far out. Like you can argue all you want because it looks natural. I mean, he does a really good job of nah, that ain't natural. That's not a natural.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
handball, my man. That's a
He
handball.
does. I mean, he to your credit, to your point, he does do a good job of not looking like he doesn't try to like extend the arm. But it certainly in that moment, like, yeah, it doesn't like natural would be directly by your side. Natural isn't. I mean, when I look at his arm in that situation, it's not.
It's
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
too
It's
far
like
out.
at an angle. It's at an angle. So
It's
that's
too
not. I mean,
far.
I don't walk around. I don't
It's
walk around
like
like this.
it's like I
You
am
know?
doing it, but like no, that's a handball because if it
Yeah.
were so I need this thing out of the way. So if I were to do it like if it's like this, yeah, that's different. But it's kind of out. So that's a handball. That is a
Yeah.
handball. I don't care what the
Yeah.
Germans say. We
Yeah.
still
And
kick
so
their ass and
obviously,
everything else. So
when did
basketball, wars,
yeah.
kill them.
Yeah. I mean, is that something that they reviewed in that moment? Is that something they can review in that moment?
No,
Like I don't
VAR wasn't a thing then.
yeah, I guess VAR wasn't. Yeah. When did VAR start?
Um, 20, 2018, 2017, somewhere around there.
2018?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Wild.
goal line technology became a thing in like 2015, 2014, somewhere around there. Because it always all this stuff start. So I'm probably gonna get it. Oh, 2019 is when it started. Okay, 2019 makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because
Yeah.
VAR technically starts all this stuff happens, I think, actually before it gets into the big leagues and the big tournaments, because you test it out in lower leagues where it's like
Yep.
it matters, but like it don't really matter
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of
Yeah.
things. So
Hmm.
yeah, it technically started in 2017. It started in a Confederations Cup and it started in the Australian League, but it
Mm.
didn't make its way to the big names in like 2019, 2020 era. So yeah, that's when it all started. So the first World Cup with VAR was obviously 2022, and then we'll have it this year. So yeah, I think in the what was it in the She Believes Cup? This I was watching USA Women's National Team against Argentina. I don't think they had VAR because I think there was like a reviewable
Mm.
thing, and they didn't. I think I heard that right. I think they said they didn't have VAR, which is crazy to me to think that a competition like that doesn't have VAR. But nah,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know if they won. Did they win? Because I think they did. They were up 1-0. Um. Oh, Trinity Rodman got hurt. Oh boy, that's not good.
Yeah. No, they won 2-0. They have Canada coming up tomorrow at 6:45. So yeah,
And
they
we'll
did
still
beat
beat them.
Argentina. We can talk about Trinity Rodman a little bit coming up tomorrow. But yeah, they do have Canada. Um
They'll probably cry when
so I
they
guess
lose.
we want to guess we can't really do a watch party for that one. We'll both be a little preoccupied, but we'll certainly take the opportunity maybe the following day to troll Canada if we're able to beat them down. But hey, the
Yeah, they'll
Canada's
probably
gotten a
blame
lot better
somebody
too.
else for, why
Yeah.
they
Yep.
lost.
Our goalie was just too good. Too good this time
Yeah,
around.
it's weird.
Just couldn't
You
do
know
it.
what I saw you know what I saw this morning about your boy Tarek Skubal? It's like how he wants to throw 55 pitches in one game, too. Just don't even go. But one of them was it's like if Hellebuck was given the went to play one game against Latvia and then just call it one period and just call it
Yeah.
quits.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's your boy, by the way,
Yeah.
Nate. That's your boy, Tarek Skubal. Make sure tell
It's
him like,
all contract stipulations. It's all legal blah blah blah. It's all there's so much crap that goes on when it comes to pitch counts and blah blah,
yeah,
blah. Yeah.
Skubal's just a
So
wimp, is what it
yeah.
is.
So I mean, it goes back to the original point that we were making that you said, like, what's the point in even participating? Like that's the biggest thing in my mind is like, no one's gonna dog on you if you don't participate. There might be some people that dog on you for not participating because it is the World Baseball Classic, but I think everybody realizes that you're at a point in your career where the money is the thing that matters the most and you don't want to screw the money up. I get it. It's a good business decision, but don't play around with our emotions and be like, "Hey, I'm going to come throw 55 pitches and then dip out." So,
Wow, it's battle
um
for first place in the She Believes Cup. Canada, USA. I don't even think Canada. Where's Canada ranked? Women's international soccer. Where do you think they're ranked? Could you take a guess?
I think they're probably top 10.
Top 10?
I would say so. Yeah, isn't Canada? I think Canada's beaten us, haven't they?
I don't know. Full
I'm pretty sure
women's
they have.
rankings. They are number 10. It
Yeah.
goes Spain, it goes us, Germany, England, Sweden, Brazil, France, Japan. That's a North Korea flag, but it doesn't say North Korea. And then Canada. That's weird.
Hmm.
So Colombia is
Yeah.
20. Did I say Argentina yet? Where's Argentina at? 30. There was a play actually in the Argentina game where the USA player girl got like her hair pulled. I was like, oh my God,
Mm.
that's gotta hurt. But I don't know if that's a rule in soccer because like, in football you can
Yeah.
tackle somebody by the hair, like that's a part
Considered
of
a
the
part of the
body.
equipment.
It's like a
Yeah.
part of the jersey, I guess. At that
Yep.
point,
Equipment.
I don't
Yep.
know if you can you do that in soccer? Like, is that a part like because I don't even think she was given a card. Like, I wonder how severe that is.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's an intentional act where you're yanking on it, I'm sure that's probably a little bit different. But if you just get caught up or you just get tangled up, I mean, that seems a little bit less, less
Mm,
belligerent, a little bit more innocent. But yeah, I'm not
it's
not entirely
considered a
sure
red
on that
card.
one. Mm,
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
I would imagine so.
Okay. All
But
right. Didn't know that.
But yeah, we'll take an opportunity to troll Canada if they're able to win that one tomorrow, which they should. But obviously the Trinity Rodman injury